Serial commands. We're going to see what this is all about in today's Gentec-EO Wiki. What's up everyone, Kevin here from Gentec-EO, your partner for accuracy of course. Today we're going to take a look at how to send serial commands to a Gentec-EO meter. Now the first thing you need to know is that serial commands are pretty much the most fundamental way that you can interface with a Gentec-EO meter. Basically it allows you to communicate directly to the meter without using our software, and so they can be integrated in your own program or software to do automation and so forth. Now we're going to show you how to do this with a terminal emulator. A terminal emulator is basically just a program that can send serial commands and read the reply from the device. So it's a good way to do a quick test to see how the serial commands work and what kind of behavior to expect from them. And so with that said, we can go straight on the PC. Okay guys, so for the purpose of this video I will be using PuTTY, which is probably the most popular terminal emulator out there. I am working with one of our Integra detectors, which means the detector is connected to the PC by USB. By the way guys, these terminal emulators practically all work the same, so what I will show here applies to any other terminal emulator that you may use. Alright, so first step, we have to open and initialize the serial port, which is called a COM in Windows. Now to find the right COM port, we can use the device manager. As you can see, my detector is occupying COM 27. So back in PuTTY, you can just click here on serial, and up here below serial line, you can type COM 27, just like that. The speed here doesn't matter when you're connecting to a USB device, but it does matter when it's an RS-232 device. Now before opening the port itself, you should also click here on terminal and choose force on for both local echo and local line editing. It just means that we'll be able to see what we're typing, and also that we have to press enter to send the command. So now we can click on open. So this is the terminal itself in which we can type our serial commands. Now the first command you can try, just to confirm that you did everything right, is *ver. This command simply queries the firmware version of the device, and it's available on almost all Gentec-EO meters. As you can see, *ver is what I wrote, and Integra version 2.00.12 is the reply from the detector. The reply here might differ if you're using a different meter, but if you at least get a reply with a plausible firmware version, then you know you did it right at this point. Now we can try some more interesting comments. So to know which comments are available on your device, you have to refer to the manual of the meter you're using. So just to be clear, the meter is the part that processes the signal. So here, for example, I have a Maestro and a UP detector. So the serial commands that I can use for this combo are going to be in the manual of the Maestro, or the Miro if you have the Miro. For my USB detector right here, I'm going to go in the Integra manual. So here is this section in the Integra manual with all the commands. So you know what, let's try *CVU, which means get current value. CVU. So we get the measurement in scientific notation here, in case you're wondering. Now another command that's common to most Gentec-EO solutions is *CAU to get continuous measurements. And there it goes. If you were to build your own program, you would probably use this command to get the data non-stop. And we can use *CSU to stop the stream. Just like that. Speaking of programming, guys, what you need to understand is that everything we have seen so far can also be done with any popular programming language. So what I mean is that if you have C#, for example, you have the tools to initialize the port, send serial commands, read the output from the device. But unlike PuTTY, you can automate the whole thing in C#. The same goes for C++, Python. So we can provide some examples on request. Finally, note also that PuTTY works on Linux, and therefore everything we have seen so far works also on Linux. So we hope it helps, and thank you everybody, and don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions.